Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English, and this is Mukesh Soni, your favorite YouTuber. Friends, here I'm going to revise the complete syllabus of the 4th semester BCA B.Sc Generic English under Bangalore City University, and this revision is the last minute revision for the upcoming examination. And in this video, we are going to revise the complete syllabus based on the last two question papers. Which are the two question papers? One is a model question paper and another is a 2023 examination question paper. So this revision will help you to recall the important units, the important questions, and the a kind of information which you can easily recall as far the examination is concerned. So before that, let's know the blueprint of a question paper. So based on the two QPs, your question paper will be something like this. The first 30 marks questions will be asked from the novella Siddhartha. Siddhartha, written by Hermann Hesse. That's a novella you have here for 30 marks. Next 10 marks questions will be asked here from the two poems and from two TED Talks. So from the two TED Talks, questions will not be asked. You'll be asked here. You need to prepare the TED Talks script. You have to write the script for the TED Talk according to your last two question papers. Then next 5 marks questions from business letter writing or copywriting. Another 10 marks questions from the email writing. Here email writing means you need to opt here 2 emails. Remember, many students, they write only 1 email and they lose the 5 marks. You have to write here 2 emails. And the last question of your question paper will be social media content writing. Here you will be having 2 questions for 5 marks, one for the blog writing. On a given topic, you have to write a blog, or in option to this, you'll be having the questions about the some other topics of the social media content writing, which we shall have the discussion in the next few slides. Okay, so that's the blueprint of your question paper of 4th semester BCA B.Sc Generic English under BCU. To begin with, as this is a revision video, we need to revise each and every topic in nutshell. So the section A consists novella, that's for 30 marks. And what's the name of the novella? Siddhartha. And what's the weightage? 30 marks. And how many questions will be asked here? 2 types of questions. One is a 5 marks, 2 questions, 10 marks, 2 questions. You don't have 2 marks questions in this novella. That means that's very dangerous novella. This is 5 marks, 2 questions, 10 marks, 2 questions. So if you want to get best marks, you should know the summary. So very briefly, very precisely, and very quickly, we are going to go through the summary of Siddhartha. So what is Siddhartha here? Siddhartha is a novel which was published in 1922 by Hermann Hesse, German novelist. It deals with the spiritual journey of self-discovery of a man named Siddhartha during the time of Gautama Buddha. This is Hesse's 9th novel, which was written in German in a simple lyrical style, a very poetical novel also. It was published in the USA in 1951 and became influential during the 1960s. Siddhartha is divided into 2 parts, reflecting his experiences before and after his awakening to the idea that life is filled with the meaning. So how does the novella start? At the start of the novel, Siddhartha is accompanied by his friend Govinda. They had their home and joined the ascetic wandering beggars of the Samana, longing to gain spiritual illumination. But the longer Siddhartha spends with the Samana, the more he realizes that he will not find what he is looking for. It is at this time Siddhartha encounters the Buddha and has a brief conversation with him. While Siddhartha acknowledges the wisdom of the Buddha's teachings, unlike his friend Govinda, he declines to join the Buddha's order and sets out to find illumination on his own. Throughout his subsequent journey, Siddhartha encounters Kamala, whom he considers to be the most beautiful woman he has ever seen, and from whom he learns the art of love. Despite renouncing materialistic pursuits as a samana, Siddhartha works for a local businessman, Kamaswamy, and he becomes a wealthy merchant. After a while, he becomes disenchanted with his life, realizing it lacks spiritual fulfillment. Despite the riches he has obtained, he returns to the river he had crossed to reach the village where he met Kamala and Kamaswamy. Here he works with the ferryman who helped him cross the river earlier. Siddhartha learns the ways of the ferryman and begins to appreciate the river for the spiritual guidance it has imparted to the ferryman, and as the book progresses himself. Towards the end of the book, towards the end of the novel, Siddhartha, after the ferryman has retreated into the woods to die, Govinda still seeks enlightenment. He hears of a wise ferryman whom he desires to learn from, not realizing that this ferryman is in fact his old friend Siddhartha. Govinda asks his friend to impart his wisdom, and Siddhartha replies that for every true statement, there is an opposite one that is also true. That language and confines of time lead people to adhere to one fixed belief that does not account for the fullness of the truth. The novella ends with Govinda finding enlightenment with the help of his childhood friend Siddhartha. It's a clever analogy of for life, one where there are many paths you can follow and no one set away. No one can set away. The novella contains a lot of other lessons that we can apply to our own lives, and here are few of them. So finally we find three takeaway. One, follow your own path. Second, don't be afraid to experiment. And the third is here, all the riches in the world want to make. So this is a very brief summary I have given. For in detail summary, you can watch my special video on Siddhartha, the Siddhartha summary of Siddhartha. The link is available in the description box. So 30 marks questions will be asked from this novella, 5 marks 2 questions, and 10 marks 2 questions. Now the next 10 marks questions will be asked from these 4 topics. One is Caged Bird poem, Caged Bird poem. Another poem is here, The Force That Through the Green Fuse Drives the Flower by Dylan Thomas. You had 2 TED Talks, one by Gagan Chabra, one by Greta Thunberg. No questions will be asked from these TED Talks. So they are only for the reading purpose, only for the knowledge purpose. It is not for the assessment purpose. So now what kind of questions will be asked from the TED Talk? From the TED Talk, you have to write the script. You have to write a script for the TED Talk. So before that, first try to understand the summary of each poem, a glance at each poem, because there will be 2 questions from the poem. So Caged Bird by Maya Angelou is a very powerful poem that metaphorically contrasts the life of a free bird and a caged bird to discuss the themes of freedom, restriction, and the yearning for liberation. In the opening lines of The Caged Bird, Maya Angelou vividly contrasts the lives of 2 birds. One is free and the one is caged. The free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream, reveling in its freedom, while the caged bird is trapped in its cage. Its feet are tied, its wings are clipped. So this is how this poem talks about the freedom, restriction, and the yearning for liberation. Watch my video on the summary of Caged Bird and the question answer of the Caged Bird. The links are available in the description box. Second poem we have here, The Force That Through the Green Fuse Drives the Flower by Dylan Thomas. And in this poem, the poet explores the relationship between time, creation, and destruction. It's a force that drives the nature and drives the humankind. The poet connects the nature and the humankind. The same energy that is apparent in a delicate plant as a flower is also present in us. So for more in detail, for summary and the question answers of this poem, please watch my video. The links are in the description box. We are doing the revision. We cannot go in depth. Okay. Now, you had 2 TED Talks, one by Greta Thunberg, one by the Gagan Chabra. Questions will not be asked from these TED Talks. 2 questions from the 2 poems, and third question you'll be having here. You have to prepare a TED Talks script. You have to prepare a TED Talk script. For example, question will be given. Prepare a TED Talk on the topic value of money. right? Now it's as similar as you are speaking to somebody. So even though there are some rules which you have to follow, so I'm just giving you some guidelines how to prepare the TED talk. There should be structure of the TED talk is the foundation. Make sure that each speaker's script has a clear introduction. Your speech should have a clear introduction, middle, and the end. Brevity. The speaker should know how many minutes he is going to talk. Make sure the script is in appropriate length for the time slot, or else the content may be cramped. Purpose. What you are speaking, it should be purposeful. It should serve some objective. So this is how you have to prepare your TED Talk speech. You can see my special video on the TED Talks, even in the 2023 examination question paper, model question paper solution. I have already given some samples of the TED Talks speech. Again, I'm telling you, writing TED Talk speech is as similar as you're writing a kind of an essay on any of the topics. But you have to write in a very simple manner. People can easily understand. You need to imagine as you're talking to the audience. So no questions will be asked from Gagan Chabra's TED Talk, Greta Thunberg. Your question will be there. You have to write a script for the TED Talk. So this is how two questions from the two poems, one question from the TED Talk script, 10 marks. So far we have discussed here 40 marks question paper. Now we are coming to the remaining 20 marks question paper. 5 marks question from the business letter or copywriting. 10 marks question from the email writing. 2 emails you have to opt. Again, I'm telling you, last 5 marks question from the blog writing or social media content writing. Descriptive questions. Let us see how. Now, here you have here business writing or copywriting. Business writing, you have 4 types of letters: requisition letter, apology letter, appreciation letter, congratulation letter, or acknowledgement letter. Any one kind of letters may be asked. So watch my special video on letter writing with the samples. Then copywriting. You may be asked that for your new business venture, you prepare a flyer. You have to design a flyer so which can be copywritten that people should not copy it. So you need to prepare a flyer, something like I have done. I have just borrowed from Google the Wipro's flyer. Similarly, it's like similar to a brochure designing. I'll say here brochure designing, but here your ideas, your lines, your quotations, your captions, and some sort of drawing that's going to play a very important role. So it's your choice either to attempt a letter or a flyer as a copywriter. This for the 5 marks. Next question you have here, email writing. You have requisition email, apology email, appreciation email, congratulation email, acknowledgement email. 3 emails will be given. You need to opt 2 emails. Again, I'm telling you, right, you need to opt here 2 emails. Don't write only one, you'll be losing 1 mark. Email writing is for 10 marks. Format: from email address to email address. Don't write date. Subject: dear sir, respected ma'am, dear madam, dear sir, dear friend. Body of the email: regards, best regards, with regards, sender's name, sender's designation. So this is how you need to attempt the email writing. Watch my special video on the email writing with the sample emails. The link is in the description box. So after email writing, we have the last question, which is based on the topic social media content writing. That is for the 5 marks. Now here you have 2 choices. One choice, either you attempt a question on blog writing. A topic will be given. You need to write a blog. And blog writing is as common as you writing a paragraph on any topic. So you need not worry about it. If you don't like the blog writing, you again have a choice. You need to opt the descriptive questions on social media content writing. For example, what is social media? What are the types of social media? What is WhatsApp? What is Facebook? What is LinkedIn? What is Instagram? What are the do's and don'ts of social media content writing? What are the do's and don'ts of blog writing or blogging? So I've done a very special video on this topic, social media content writing, for the 5 marks. Watch my video. You'll get the complete idea. You'll get all these questions answers. So you have a choice here. Either you attempt blog writing or you attempt the social media content writing in a very descriptive manner. So let's have a discussion of the blueprint. Once again, 30 marks questions from Siddhartha, 10 marks question from the 2 poems plus TED Talk script writing, right? Then you have 5 marks questions from business letter writing, or prepare a flyer as a copywriter. Flyer preparation similar to the brochure writing with a good caption, good picture. Then two emails you have to attempt here, 10 marks. Then social media content writing, 5 marks. Blog writing or the descriptive questions based on the social media content writing. So friends, this is how I try to give you the last minute preparation video for the 4th semester BCA B.Sc Generic English under Bangalore City University. Hopefully, this video will definitely help you to recall all the important questions, important summary, important lessons, and most important, how the questions will appear in the examination, what will the sequence of the questions. So thank you so much for watching this video. For all the videos, links you can find in the description box. If you like this video, click on the like button, write in the comment box. If you have not yet subscribed my channel, please do subscribe. Thank you once again. Wish you good luck. Stay in tune with Mukesh English.